All right. So everybody, good morning, everyone. Okay. So to those of you just in the Zoom, right? Just check the attendance, right? Your name and ID student into the live group. That's it. All right. So just waiting for your friend first.
Sorry ค่ะ
Mm-hmm.
For last week presentation, should I present this week or?
This week is okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Are you ready for this week? Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And yep. All right, if you're ready, I'm going to stop my screen here and then you can start your presentations, okay? 1, 2, 3, go.
Shall we start?
Yes, you can start presentation here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello everyone, we are from group 10 and our group consists of me 058 Natanisha, 048 Natanisha, 052 Tanchanok, 055 Tanchanok Sansi, and 058 Natapen. Today's topic are media relations and internal communication and corporate social responsibility in action, and lastly, corporate community involvement and cost-related marketing. So first topic is media relation. So what is media relation? Media relation refers to the relationship between a company or an organization developed with journalists, editors, or reporters. Typically, this means coordinating directly with the people responsible for producing the news and features in the mass media. Good media relations occur when you see the person behind the title. See it as a friend. It helps you treat the person as you want to be treated. And why are media relations vital? It's help build trust. Gaining the trust of your target audience is essential. Consumers tend to be loyal to brands and products they have confidence in. In fact, most people use the same product, company, organization, etc. for years because they develop a brand bond and it can be hard to convert them over to something new. And second, it increases brand awareness. A strong media relations campaign can help your brand grow its visibility among target audiences. By incorporating media relations into your overarching marketing communications plan. You can build brand awareness by securing positive coverage in trust media outlets. Your public relations agency will develop a custom media database of outlets to target for coverage based on a variety of factors, including your location, geographic reach, industry, and target audiences. And last, it control the crisis. Once your brand has an active and evolving media relations program, the relationship built with the media can become vital in times of a crisis. When a crisis happens, it's important to be transparent and send out a statement to the media as soon as possible. Tumors and misunderstandings spread very quickly in the event of a crisis, and they can be detrimental to your brand. However, when your brand or company has an existing relationship with the media, you have a better chance at controlling the message that is being relayed. And what are media relations strategies? First, you have to consider who you are trying to reach. Defining your target audience will give you a better insight into who you are trying to connect with media relation. If you know that your audience are younger people, for instance, then it might make more sense to use social media as a media outlet than newspaper. And second, where are you trying to reach your audience? If most of your customers are online, then it makes sense to evaluate digital forms of media. This could include blogs, and even dedicate industry forums for your business. And third, which people have the most influence over your customers. You need to ensure that you are building relationship with the media experts that can really drive your message home. Who is more likely to appeal to your target customer, a social media influencer or a more traditional journalist? And next is internal communication.
So, internal communication is the way you communicate with your employees, has a huge impact on employees' productivity, teamwork, employee experience, and employee engagement. For 44% of employees feel that managers don't provide clear information about the company's vision, and 72% say that of employees don't have a full understanding of the company's strategy. So, internal communication in a nutshell, internal communication or IC refers to a group of processes or tools that are responsible for effective information flow and collaboration among participants within an organization. Internal communication involves communication between top management, and employees. And open and transparent communication is a great way to make sure your employees understand the company mission statement and that everyone is aligned with the company values. It also play an important role in breaking down organizational system. So this is for internal communication challenge to tackle. One, changing top-down only information flow to interdepartmental instead of employee should be involved in the strategy and encouraged to initiate discussion. Remember, your internal communication should be two-way street. And second, paying attention to employee feedback about internal communication. When it comes to internal communication, collecting employees' feedback is a good start, but AC and HR team need to find ways to actually implement solutions based on the feedback they receive from the employee. And third, reaching and engaging employees regardless of their location. Nowadays, more and more employees work remotely and on the road or work with college located in different parts of the world. It can be challenging for companies with complex organizational structure to make sure that employees get the right information at the right time. And last one, measuring internal communication effort on a regular basis. Next is 5 ways to boost digital workplace productivity with internal communication. One, share knowledge. People need to be able to actively share knowledge across the whole organization. Second, focus on problem solving. Good communication culture nurture a problem solving mentality. Third, facilitate innovation. Facilitate innovation. Internal communication enable employees to brainstorm with each other. And fourth, encourage disagreement, help people have honest discussion and introduce healthy level of disagreement. And last one, engage employees. One simple way to improve employee engagement is to initiate employee advocacy. And next is about corporate social responsibility in action.
For the corporate social responsibility in action, it defines the business model and degree of responsibility companies should maintain in order to have a positive impact on the world. The corporate social responsibility model outlines how a company can be accountable to itself, its staff, its stakeholders, and public and global and local environment. And next slide. Corporate social responsibility trends in action. First, environmental, social, and governance criteria. Second, diversity and inclusion. Third, ethical supply chain and packaging. And fourth, purpose-led branding. Next slide is our above four-level model called the Carroll Pyramid of Corporate Social Responsibility. First, economic responsibility. It states the first priority should be creating profit through economic growth. A business cannot survive otherwise. And second, legal responsibilities is defined as a company is responsibility to follow all law, regulation, and compliance as they apply to its business operations. A business must adhere to the rules laid out by society if they wish to function as a business. Third, ethical responsibilities is laid out the ethical responsibilities of a business. Ethical responsibilities are determined by management and include making moral decisions that impact employees and customers. Fourth, philanthropic responsibilities. It refers to the expectation that a business will contribute to their quality life. For society to be a good corporate citizen, a company should take part in initiatives such as volunteering or volunteering to give back to the society. And next slide is the benefit of corporate social responsibility. First, brand recognition. Customers and shareholders often feel more emotionally connected. The royal brand that align with their value. Second, increased profits. As people become more aware of local, national, and international issues, a company collaborate social responsibility policies can have a big impact on their customer buying decisions. And last, increased employee retention and recruitment. Knowing their action will help the role in a positive way, motivate employees, and provide an incentive to continue working with the company. And Kanchan will talking about the last topic.
Corporate community involvement and cost-related marketing. Community involvement is the power to bring positive, measurable change to both the communities in which you operate in and to your business. The benefits of corporate community involvement. First, providing positive returns to local charitable organizations' neighborhoods. Second, boosting company performance indicators such as reputation and employee engagement. As your company builds partnership and working relationships with local community, nonprofits, and service-based organizations, neighborhoods are strengthened. How to build a culture of community involvement and partnership. Survey your customers, integrated. Survey your employees, status meeting, get your leadership on board. Work together, formalize it, and make decisions. Next is cost-related marketing. It is a mutually beneficial collaboration between a collaboration and nonprofit designed to promote a former sales and the latest cost. Cost-related marketing benefits business. First, show that your business is engaged in your community because most customer cares about how you use your platform to address social and environmental issues. They want to see if you give back. Second, generate good publicity, whether that's through new article or through seeing your logo on a banner at an event. And it's often the good kind of publicity too, because people learn about your brand by seeing your commitment to social causes. The last one, doing good boosts office morale. When your employees feel good about the causes they are supporting, they often feel more engaged in their work, which is good for productivity. Implement cost-related marketing. First, find a legitimate cost. Is ensuring the charity you choose. You have to spend a little time verifying an organization's credentials and tax attempt status. Second, make sure it's relevant cost. When choosing what charity to partner with, be sure the cost is in line with your business core values. Third, make a direct impact. Planning events, organizing volunteers from your company, managing email campaigns, creating promotional materials, and donating products or services. Fourth, maximize promotional efforts. Work with your nonprofit to create effective advertising campaigns. By collaborating, you will ensure your audience receives a cohesive message. And the last one is involve your audience. You can encourage audience to donate, volunteer at events, and interact with the nonprofit. And next is conclusion.
For the conclusion, first, media relations can be defined as a process of building and maintaining positive relation of a company or organization with the media. It allows your business to reach new audience, including both potential customers and investors, enabling your business to become a recognizable name in your field. Second, the key is to build an internal communication strategy that involves everyone within the organization, top management, managers and employees. Third, collaborate social responsibility practice also help boost employee morals as employees and employers gain a greater sense of purpose in their work. And last, community involvement is the change to both the communities in which you operate and to your business. Constellate marketing empowers you to branch out and use your company's platform for good. As long as you're relevant, everyone will benefit. And thank you for your listening.
All right. Thank you so much for a good presentation for today, class. Okay, good. Just make sure that you send the PDF file into the Line group. Okay. Yeah. So. All right. So shall we move to the? Okay, we're done for weekly English presentation, and so for press release, right? So I think that you are asked to maybe just discuss what you have done for the press release. It's not likely to be a formal presentation, but I can say that I just want to hear from you, right? What you did, what you done for a press release presentation here. Just because we're gonna have, we're gonna get like 20% from press release. So I'm going to divide into the first one is written, right? Written for one. Only single page, right? One paper for a press release, and then format. So today class we are going to, see and review from the press release format, and you have to do for the final assignment here. And for maybe for week, I would like to say that for next month, right? We're gonna have like the 3rd November. 10 November and then 24 November, 3 times, right? 3 times, and then we're gonna have like a final exam. Just because 17 is a day off, some important meeting that SW you have to do that, right? So what we need to have is that maybe 2 weeks left, and the last week would be 24 of November, right? So I just want you to do like a brief conclusion for your press release, just because you're going to do a different kinds of press release, right? Is that right? For example, like product launch, rebranding, or charity initiative, merger, things like that. So just make sure that you got something from doing so, and then share to your classmate here. That's it. Okay, don't worry, be happy. Yep, done. And this is the kind of like the purpose of a press release, right? And what I want from you is that just make sure that you did or you do for the correct format. And then what you gain, some important aspect from the press release here. That's it. All right. Okay, so for today's class is that we are going to see the action plan or what to do for a press release here. First of all, you need to do is that headline, right? So I'm going to review, right, what you are going to do for the headline here. That's good. All right. So make sure that your headline cut the clutter, no matter how the well configure it is. So what you need to do is that you have to give the exact result, focusing on the given topic that is important. For example, like you're gonna have like product launch or even the rebranding. Why it is important to your press release here. And both news search engine and readers relying on too many keywords. Keywords and detail will only. So meaning that just okay, you can research a bit for the headline, right? What is going on with that topic, but try to be concise for the headline here. Second, optimization, right? So what you need to do is that you have to optimize the press release using web page optimization. So it's not that hard because you can use the template principles, and bear in mind that the most important keyword phrase need to be at the top of the document. So in this case, I can say that it is, like a double 8, right? So what you need to carefully reconsider, it is very important to choose the right keyword to the right communication here. Yep. Next one is that define your objective or purpose of the press release. So for this one is related to the online digital marketing, right? So just question for the target to achieve it in a particular press release here. And then you need to be concerned about how to build brand awareness, brand equity, or creating some kind of, in a broad social media platform, right? And it is important to recognize the, what you are going to see or even to generate this kind of thing in order to make sure that the press release can be achievable. Yeah. And next one is that gun the right beat. Okay, so this one is very important just because I can say that for doing press release, you're considered as the team marketing, right? Team marketers. And then this one would be the greatest press release, but in case that you are going to sell something, you need to make sure that it is specifically pitched to the right direction, okay? And also, so your words or your content might not be astray or even lead to the wrong direction, okay? So what you can come up here is that whether the target audience of the journalist or publication is the specific group of people or agree with you or not, right? And the second thing is that whether the publication cover what you are going to say or release into the press release here. Yeah. Next one is that them use infographic. So this one is kind of like how to make it more attractive. Okay, which your content represent your story in the most vivid way possible, including photographic with the key statistic or details. So some kind of thing that if you are going to say the detailed explanation, for example, a product launch, right? You need to mention or even, specify the statistic here. I can say that it is important to make sure that infographic is related to what you are going to launch it, right? Okay, so here it can be possible for video demo, right? Demonstration here, and to replace those dry numbers. So I would say that maybe infographic it might be really interesting here. And add way of your press release that can make a different convincing journalists to cover your story over another. Next one is that provide a clear call to action. This one is very important. And just highlight here, call to action. So for a press release, it's kind of like the things that you need to call to action and then guide the journalist or blogger to take the next step. So here it's all about like what you can come up with is kind of like essential thing for press release, right? And then an example, concern, limitation, or what you cannot do or even do for a press release here. So try to make sure that It is for call and action. Yeah. Again, for headline and sub-headline, right? So this is a different part. So you need to make sure that the headline and sub-headline might be, it's not the same actually. Yeah, so a title or captures the attention of people clearly. For example, like if you are going to do about a product launch, award or recognition, merger or acquisition here. So the three aspects here might be different for a headline or subheading. So just make sure that it goes into the right direction. And then this one is that for you need to put location in your press release here, right? Describe a location where you are and what you get from the news. Strong lead. This is where you explain the one sentence newsworthy study content here. Just make sure that you put the clear location here. Moving to next one is that body. Just because you need to do the right format, right? And then this is very important for the information to those people who can just skim the main important thing for your written text here. So quote throughout the body back up your argument is a very good idea. So this is all about a creative idea, right? Once you research a bit on that particular topic and then put into practice here, it might be a great chance to do so. And then next one, press contact and information. I'm going to follow this kind of format just because it's all about what you need to do here. Yeah. So include the name and contact detail of your media coordinator or executive, right? Communication here. Yeah. So basically, you need to report or refer to someone important person here. Yeah. Good. Again, right? So it is possible to write a headline in different ways. So for press release, the headline is the first thing that a journalist see, and it has one job. So it has a purpose, right? Is that to get them into read more and more and make good. So I would say that the headline is more important, and most importantly for creating something that pitch and hit into the context. Okay, so the step one is that determine who your audience, who your competitors are, and a current state of your market, and what you are doing so in a different. Okay, so again, try to question, right? Who is your audience is, who is your competitors are, who current state of your market, and what you are doing so. So this one is, for 4 criteria that you have to question and got the answer before it. You wrote this kind of headlines, okay? And then, so then use that information to tell them why they should care about that news, okay? Okay, so for the another slide is that include high rates assets here. So did you know that the multimedia press releases get up to, this one has many views from those using text alone, including images within the press release, double the chance of getting noticed. Video. There is no reason why you shouldn't consider embedding a few of the following of your most important press release. Again, right? Just make sure that you got logo, video, and social media posts. So this is the and it's, let's say, like important information that you have to add it. Next one is that media coverage is one of the most effective tools in an organization marketing platform here, whether promoting a new product or service. raising awareness for a cause or sharing important company news. Media coverage can help spread the word and search key audiences. So here you can come up with a variety of social media platform, right? Facebook, Instagram, website, or even TikTok, short video, things like that. So with how the brand get media coverage, one common of effective is that just because a press release is kind of a formal announcement, right? So be remind for written text here. It's for business purposes. And press release involve a formal and professional communication of business news. So this done by using specified format. So you can search the format on the internet, right? It's not that hard. And include key detail here, date, line, header, and then boilerplate. That's it. Okay, so again, the importance of press release here is that sharing newsworthy information relating to the business development, right? So news from a press release is important, and it has to be interesting enough to catch the media attention. So what you need to do is just review, right? Review from the sample template. It is particular content, and then try to make your own press release here. So in order to send the media, right, a press release must be interesting, sorry. And then a press release is distributed to media and other interested party who the business deemed to be relevant and to their, important announcement here, right? So just make sure that the target audiences or even business corporation is a key for doing so. Yeah. So it's aimed to generate press coverage. So press release is a point of, the main point to generate media coverage. And it seeks to help promote your business and the target development and further development in terms of business here. Yeah. Again, next media release, new release, and press statement and press release is normally written by a company marketing or public relation team. Okay, so you are responsible for that, right? Try to be sure, just because once you're graduating from the university, you might be a staff into the marketing team here. So press release or PR marketing here. Need to understand how to do so. For example, like things related here is that newspapers, magazine, radio station, television station, or website. Yeah. Right. So it's all about like promote a wide range of news, right, including new product, service launches, company milestones, event award, official statement, and more. So this kind of thing is have a different clear objective to do so. So we need to understand the format in each type and then go to the right direction. Well written and distributed to the right media outlet and press release can help build buzz generate, right? And then things like that in order to make sure that your website become more attractive and interesting here. Okay, so this one is the type of the press release. The first one is that product announcement. So whenever a company launches a new product, right? If they're gonna have a new product here, so it will often release a press release to generate media coverage, just because we are going to do social media marketing, right? Through the press release and media coverage here can help to build something more and more popular here. Second, company announcement, right? So the first thing is that product or service. You can specify to the detail of this product. And the second one is that a company announcement here. Details relating to the restructuring. If you are going to expand your business, is that right? Restructure, relocation, partnership, financial news, merger or charity here are the company updates and shared through the press release. This kind of like things related to many aspects, for example, like merger or even initiative, something with corporation of other business too, right? Next one is that event announcement. Basically, it's all about like an important situation that you are going to release or even do for and more marketing strategy here. If a company is hosting, right, sponsoring or even attending an event here, it may release a press release to generate interest and drive attendance. But I understand that you don't have to do for event announcement here, just because we're going to focus on the company announcement or even product launches here. Yeah. Next one is that initiative announcement, right? Company may release a press release in order to promote a new initiative or campaign. An example here is that a clothing brand may release a press release to promote its latest sustainable fashion collection. CSR initiatives are also often promoted through press release. So back into social responsibility or, you know, like the community service, right? Responsibility here is that like we need to start doing something for community. So you need to use a press release to make sure that it will perform into the written text. That's it. Award announcement. This one is very important too. Just because reward or award might be a key contribution or even a success, previous success or success story, right? Winning an award is a great way to build credibility and generate positive media coverage here. Just because we have to simply show what we done or even achieved from now on. So this one would be like a key term to make release for award announcement here, right? For example, a company will often release press for win awards. Yep. Next one, another aspect is that employee announcement, right? For example, we can have a staff declaration, executive declaration, things related to hiring a new executive or announcing employee promotion are example of news that may be shared through the press release. And then research announcement, right? So this one would be like if you are doing for a cosmetic or even pharmaceutical company, drug related, so you need to search something, right? And provide research announcement here. Yep, so this is kind of like a different thing, but I think that is covered for your press release here. And then a company start CSR. The CSR here is very important for PR, right? So we have to promote something and to make sure that the brand loyalty, brand awareness maintain the same positive image here. Yep. And then what it will generate media coverage to promote it. And this one would be like, it's all about like journalist responsibility, right? Or PR commitment for press release here. Yeah. All right, so here we are going to see like what the aspect that you have to remind for doing press release here. Engage media. A press release is a great way to reach out to the journalist and or the media professional, right? It seeks to assist a business get a story in front of the people who are most likely to write about it. Without press release, a company would have to rely on its own network or contact to get the story into the media. So this one would be like a key important term, engaging to the media. Once you create or write a press release here, so you need to make sure that it connect to or even engage to the media. Second, your press release must build relationships. Okay, a press release can also help business build and nurture relationship with journalists, bloggers, and other influencers. So these relationships are important because they can help a business generate future media coverage. So try to focus on a group of people here. The first one is journalist, blogger, creative writer, marketer, team marketing here, right? And other influencers, celebrity, things like that, or even merger of partnership business here. Yep. Next is that get the word out. Press release is an effective way to get the word out about company products, services, events, and it can help a business generate interest and awareness among its target customers. So this one is kind of like your written text matter for the target audiences. That's it. Another qualification that you have to be understandable here is that help manage crisis effectively. Once it happened for a bad thing, right? In the event of a crisis, a press release here can have a company control story. And then a company can prevent negative media coverage from spinning out of control by getting its side a story out there first. So this one would be like how to deal with your word, right? In unexpected situation or a bad crisis here. Next is that help manage crisis effectively again in the event of a crisis, right? Things like that. So for this one, it's kind of like you need to be concerned, but I think it's just only particular situation. Yeah. Event press release. This one is that used to promote newsworthy event and a company's hosting, attending, and sponsorship, right? And what you need to understand is that press release aim to increase the awareness of the media coverage. And the last one is that product launch, right? Product launch through press release is commonly used to promote a new product here, or even services that you are going to release or launch into the platform. So this one would be like an effective way to generate, right, through press release. So we are going to come up with product launch is the most important key term or aspect for a company. Yeah. Or even another kind of business launch press release promote a new company or business venture, right? Joint venture, things like that. So this kind of like a type of press release, I'm going to skip first just because you can review and recall, right? Again, a key term is that the first one is that product launch. Second, business launch press release, merger acquisition, right? Press release, and then rebranding. So each group has to responsible for a different topic here, and financial result press release. New hire and expert hire press release. So it's related to the employee, executive, or People related. Partnership release, if you are going to, funding something together. So you can say partnership here, or even award press release once you got the important, winning, right? Winning something. So you can say, write for award press release here. Okay, this one is key important thing for your, well written, right? Press release here. This one is called characteristic of press release. The first one is that relevant. Okay, so I can say that relevant is that a relevancy means the press release is about something relevant to media, outlet, audience, for example, sport content for sport publication. So you have to come up with things that is relevant to each other. Well written. Okay. The press release is well written and free of errors. It is clear, concise, and to the point, including relevant information. So here we can do by proofreading or even check the grammatical accuracy here, or even word choice in use. Yeah. Right format. Okay, right format. So it's not that hard, just follow the format, right? For example, like heading, subheading, detail content, or references, or the name of a person who can contact. Factuality true or realistic. So here it's all about like what you need to see from the true and accurate. You cannot even assume or make assumption or even makes things happen here, but try to refer to the detailed information or accurate information would be the most important thing here. And you have to add the logo, right? Try to create a logo, or you can use existing logo from the branding or even famous product or services here. Yeah. Contact information. You know how to do it, right? Name, email address, phone number, blah, 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 things like that. Deadline, right? Deadline or just updated date. It is very important for you to do so. Headline, catchy, short but meaningful sentence here. Subheadline also the same too, but remember again, subheadline and headline might be different, right? So this one would be like aim to elaborate on the headline, meaning that you can do a short headline and then you can describe subheadline in order to support each other. Stem and date, you know what to do that. Next, move. Introduction. Okay, this is the key important thing, right? The introduction is that the content which is specify the important information here, and just come up with the WH question here: who, what, when, where, why, how. That's it. And this one would be the reason, right? Why it happened and how it might be delivered into the written text here. So this is the required information for a press release. That's it. Break, man. Okay, shall we go for break, right? I'm going to let you see this kind of thing, right? And I think I'm going to let you break for 10 minutes first, and then we can come up with a second section here. เป็นคน monitor เวลาด้วยนะ alright good นะ move skip ไปอย่างรวดเร็วนะฮะ alright so this one would be like public relation practices right so it may be one of the final exam questions so you can capture for this one right so I'm going to say that this kind of like characteristic for people doing in public relation or marketing team, right? Strong written and oral communication skills, knowledge of sales, advertising and marketing here, creative and critical thinking, right? The aspect of creative thinking and critical thinking here, ability to conduct through research. So meaning that you have to research for the information first, and technological literacy if you are in the modern days, right? So you need to understand how well we can use technology or technological literacy here. Complex strategic problem solving. So when it comes to the crisis, right? So you need to handle it in time, right? And properly, effectively. And service mind and solution oriented. That's it. So this is a key term, right? Maybe the question would be like, what are the most important characteristic for public relation practices here? So those who are responsible to do that need to prioritize which one would be the best from this following idea. Yep. บอกข้อสอบวิดเทอมไปแล้วหนึ่งไปครับ public speaking ไปเลยแล้วกันเนาะจบกันไปนะครับ all right so shall we move to the last section for today class how comes all right I'm going to let you prepare for 5 minutes right from the following aspect here choose one of 5 and see how important it is and how this can be contributed to company success. The first aspect is that the relationship between government, right? Second, stakeholder, right? A partnership engagement here. Is that important or not? If you choose this, you have to raise some example, right? From, let's say, like some kind of mutual partnership here. Policy management, is that important to lead the right direction here? Public opinion and research. Is it important to well research beforehand in order to make sure that your content or your company strategy here might get accessible to success, the key contribution here. And the last one is that when it comes to issue or crisis management, how can you handle it properly or effectively? Yeah. All right, if you're ready, just turn on your microphone and then talk, and then you can go home and finish the class, all right?
Can I go first?
Yep.
Yes, I choose the government relations. For the government relations, it is like, or we know in another name like government media relations. It is a one type of public relation that focus on communication between organizations and government. If we talk about the role of government relations, the public relation in government relations build relationships between organizations and the government and aim to create positive interactive between the two of them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. 382. That's it. Done.
Can I go next?
Yep.
Okay, so I picked the fifth one, the issue and crisis management. The term of issue management describes the process of identifying and fixing problems. Is the ability to recognize problem and take a swift action to fix them is crucial for every firm. Strong issue management on an internal level is requirement for a good quality and safety management. In addition, it's being important to prevent future issues. So how can issue management contribute to company's success? You may avoid as many predictable problems as you can and improve the efficiency of the firm's operations by being aware of the risks you face before it occurs. And by identifying, analyzing, and prioritize the risks properly, it can help the firm to offer the whole attention when unforeseen problems occurs. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing. Done, right? 363. Next.
Can I?
Yep.
Okay, I should number 5, issue and crisis management. So when your business faced with the issue and crisis and you don't have any issue and crisis management plan, that how you will handle the situation, you will experience serious and long-lasting consequences. And these consequences might be related to many issues such as public relation issue, and it might put you out of your business. So to be successful, you should have an issue and crisis management plan to be prepared for any unplanned event and prevent long-term damage from happening as a result. Issue and crisis management also help you to increase productivity during and after a crisis, because these things can help everyone know their role and function throughout a crisis. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. 757. Done. Right. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I choose number 4, public opinions research. Public opinion can be defined as the complex collection of opinions of many different people and the sum of all their views. Public opinion research is a way to measure the opinion of a large population by studying a random sample of that population utilizing surveys. In order to use this strategy effectively, companies must be able to intimately understand the laws of social movements and prevailing public opinions in order to properly show how their brands share the same vision and values. Public opinion research can help companies understand if you have lost touch or failed to meet consumer demand in areas like the one described above, including if they truly understand how what seemed like a passing phase will eventually become a new normal. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. 763. Done. Next.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I choose issues and crisis management, number 5. It is the process of preparing an organization for a major event that threatens the organization, its reputation, stakeholders, or the general public. Public relations professions play a vital part in crisis communication. The public relations and marketing team is the first line of defense for your company. Whether you leave the crisis unscratched depends mainly on how well you handle public relations crisis management. You can implement a 3H technique to assess the severity of the potential PR disaster. Assessing the problem early will help you manage the situation and not waste any resources or unnecessary actions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for 378. Done. Next, please. Yep.
Okay. So I choose issue and crisis management. It is important to understand the difference and manage each one accordingly. Poorly managed issue can become crisis, and poorly managed crisis lead to some of the key difference as impact, urgency, and time. So not business as usual. Responding to crisis requires people to stop their usual business activity and put their full focus towards resolving the situation. This is unlike an issue which can be managed as a part of business as usual operations. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. 341. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I choose number 1, government relations. A company usually internally cover issues including strategic management, ESG, risk, and crisis management. The government relations department assists to guide the company on issues such as communications with the government, suggesting business strategies based on macroeconomic trends, understanding local regulatory conditions, and assessing the investment environment. The government relations also provides a rewarding of government policies to help manage compliance and policies list of Thai company in areas such as the epidemic, taxation, environmental protection, and customs to reduce their impact on the business. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. 369. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Mhm.
You go first.
Okay, thank you so much. I chose public opinions research. When people think of public opinion research, they're most likely to think of polls and standard report or percentage responses, sample size, sample population, or data collection, time frame, and confidence. Each of which is also present in market research reporting. Public opinion research is distinct from market research in important ways, and its approach are not limited to polling. You can conduct public opinion research when you want to know the attitudes, belief, value, intention, knowledge, or possibly even past actions of group of people who may be defined by some characteristic other than how they relate to particular product or service market of your company. C042 ค่ะ.
Good. Thank you so much for sharing here. 042. Next, please.
Okay, for the next one, I choose number 4, public opinion research. Public opinion research is a complicated combination of the viewpoint of many different people, such as survey, in-depth interview, and focus group are all common methods used in the research to analyze a random sample of a large population to measure their opinion. Additionally, it helps to understand how the public views the organization. It also allows organizations to know what the public needs or wants, and for this type of benefit, business appreciate a research on public opinion. When we explore the importance of research on public opinion in detail, it helps you to grow your business in an organized way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. 389. Done. Next, please. Okay.
Okay, I choose stakeholders engagement, number 2. When it comes to strategic planning, stakeholder engagement is critical. It's important that your stakeholders understand why you exist and where you want to go and how you're going to get there. Furthermore, it's essential that your key stakeholders are aligned with and bought into the strategic direction of your organization, so they can become advocates that can help you achieve your mission or vision. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. 366. Next, please.
Can I? Oh, you can go first.
Thank you. I choose number 4, public opinions research. Is it important because public opinion research can guide you to understand how the public see or view your organization. Is also allow your organization to know what the public demand and how it can contribute to the company success. For the research on public opinion can help you help any business, since it is an essential tool for making decision on or knowing what people think about your product, service, branding, marketing message, and computer is essential whenever you are the new business or already renowned business figure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing here. 048. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
Okay, so I choose number 4, public. I choose number 2, stakeholder engagement. The stakeholder engagement is an effective management of relationship with stakeholder is crucial to resolving issue facing organization by using their influence. Stakeholder hold the key to the business and social environment.
It can be said that stakeholders are the owner of area, processes, or system where the project needs to make a successful change, and therefore we need to involve them and get their cooperation. So stakeholder engagement helps organizations to proactively consider the need and desire of anyone who has a stake in their organization, which can further connection, trust, confidence, and the buy-in for your organization key initiative. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Done for 365. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
So I choose number 4, the public opinions research. So public opinion is the complex of collections of opinion of the many different people and the sum of all their views. So the public opinion research is the way to measure the opinion of the large group of people by studying a random sample or survey, in-depth interviews and focus group discussions. Okay.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. 347. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
Okay, can I?
Yeah.
You go first.
I will talk about the importance of policy management. Organization may be too big. The distance between policy maker and your staff too great for a policy maker to make much of a direct impact. It only takes one incident, one mistake, one error in judgment to ruin your organization's reputation and your trust. The right policy management system lets you be proactive in preventing problems, as well as giving your concrete processes to resolve the situation quickly and professionally. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing. 374. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I choose stakeholder engagement. Stakeholder engagement is a systematic process of identifying, analyzing, planning, prioritizing, and implementing action intended to engage and influence stakeholder. Its goals are to simplify stakeholder communication and ensure that communications resources are used efficiently. And why do you need a stakeholder engagement strategy? Every stakeholder has some amount of influence over the outcome of your project. Engaging with stakeholders is, in essence, a form of risk management. The more you engage with your stakeholder, the more you aware you will be of unhappy or uninterested stakeholder that might harden your goals. Moreover, both the actual and desired level of interest and influence will vary greatly between stakeholders. Without an effective engagement strategy, you may be wasting precious resources on stakeholders that will have little to no impact on your project outcome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your sharing here. 052, right? All right. Next, done. Next, please.
May I?
Yeah.
I choose government relation. Government relation focus on how an organization interact with the government and its various branches and officials. This is the area of public relations that help build relationship and positive interaction between an organization and its government official. Government relations rely heavily on communicating about regulatory issue, one-on-one conversation with government representatives, and lobbying efforts on behalf of the group or organization. It's important because a good government relation practice should be able to provide knowledge in legislative developments, offer target messaging to reach government agency and official, conduct direct lobbying on behalf of consumers concerned, and relationship with key government officials. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for 805. Done. Next, please.
Can I go next?
All right, one of you can go. All right.
Okay. I chose policy management. The policy and method of implementation you should as a business leader to adapt will directly affect how your company perform. Some business leaders don't want to have everything in a rigid format, while others like to implement specific processes at every stage of the company operational process is a business owner decision. Keep in mind that some policy and procedure are designed to prevent legal issue, while others are designed to build a company image, experience, and culture. A business leader should be aware of how policy are affecting his team. If a dress code is important, it's becoming a problem for the majority of employees. A new policy such as a casual Friday policy should change the office dynamic in a positive direction. If no cell phone policy exists, but employees are spending hours on personal calls, text, and social media, then a new policy with training should be implemented, and we need to improve productivity. Managers should regularly evaluate company policy and their effectiveness to business success. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. Which your 3 number? John's
758.
758. That's it. Okay. Next, please.
Can I?
Yeah. Good.
So I choose policy management. So PR management deals of human and financial resource, as recruiting, hiring PR staff, and administering those resources. As preventive PR, this role involves helping an organization of planning and implementing of policy management, procedure, and strategies that demonstrate an organization commitment, ethical behavior, corporate identity, and reputation with the key publics. Yes, that is. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing here. 386 here. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
For me, I choose number 3, policy management. Policy management is like an activity that is done together throughout the company to achieve the purpose of the plan or policy that is set up as a business strategy to make employees and people in the organization at all levels understand the principles of management by policy and make sure everyone is on the same page. And policy management also helps a company bring uniformity to how it handles operations across the enterprise and is instrumental to effective corporate compliance. Therefore, policy management ensures that the organization develop its policies in a consistent way. It provides a framework of operation need, and effective policy management can contribute to the company's success. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for 385. Done. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Okay, I choose policy management. For policy management can create an
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
organization
Okay.
value to the life and ensure that everyone understands the standard for acceptable conduct and performance. This offer member of the cooperative guideline and principle to follow it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here.
Can I go next?
760. Yeah, go ahead.
I choose issue and crisis management. Crisis management is one of the most important functions of public relations expert. Serious problems such as product recall, product liability, lawsuit, government shutdown, or bankruptcy may damage the image of the company ethic. Public relations experts who handle problems such as this, they also call crisis manager. Public relation crisis management rules are general rules that help organizations manage their presence during such as a pressure situation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing
go
here.
next.
372. Yeah, go ahead.
I should number 4, public opinions research. Public opinion research is a means of evaluating of the perception, image, or the opinion regarding a brand shared by the public and to examine the attitude and perception of the people toward a brand. Public opinion and relation are integral to its overall goals. It helps brand building the reputation of the emerging or established brand, and it's a means for saving life of brand equity. Thank you.
Thank you
go
so
next.
much. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I choose number 2, stakeholder engagement. It is important that your stakeholder is understand why you are exit and where you want to go and what is your goal. And it's important that your stakeholder are aligned with your direction. Stakeholder engagement can help the project success. When the stakeholder is engaged, it can improve the communication between parties and create the maintain support for the project. For the organization, it can reduce the conflict and enhance the reputation of organization.
Right, done. Thank you so much
Can
for
I
sharing.
go next?
Yeah, good.
Okay. I choose policy management. Policy management can create an operational framework and ensure compliance with any related law and regulation. Also, it can clarify on how organization operates. So, policy management basically bring the organization value to the life and ensure that everyone understands the standard for acceptable conduct and performance. This offer member of the cooperative guideline and principle to follow the organization. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. Next, please.
Can I?
Yeah.
So I should public opinion research. The public opinion research can help the organization get the most out of it. They will be up to speed on the latest innovations and may be able to provide analytical or modeling services that help the organization leverage complementary data sources or make adjustments to account for any biases that may be inherent to the process. They may also have sources of sample with identification fields that are more tailored for general population study than for research within markets. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. Done. Next, please.
Yeah.
Yep.
I choose policy management. It is how an organization creates, communicate, and manage the policy and procedure it uses. And it's how an organization govern the creation and distribution of policy of their organization. It's important because it is inconsistency in policy or business practice invites litigation risk. Employees, consumers, or business partner might claim that inconsistent treatment is the result of discrimination, and without disqualified policy management and the documentation that policy management can provide, it could end up legislative thing. And the effective policy management achieve uniformity and consistency in policy the company use, also lays the groundwork for other elements of an effective compliance program such as training, data analytics,
or internal control remediation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. Done, right? Done. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
So I chose public opinion research. So the way to contribute the business to success by using public opinion research is to find out what the public wants, needs, and thinks, or how the public feel about something. Because people are complicated, so public opinion research is often used to collect information that is hard to put into numbers. So nowadays, customers have more ways to interact with the company, whether reviews, boycott, or supporting brand. So because of this, companies are looking for any ways to find out what most people think before taking a public stand on an issue. ครับผม
Thank you so much for sharing here. 066 here. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
So my topic is number 4, public opinion research. Public opinion research is a great way to get to know the society and its mood, to measure the pulse of people's life, what they want and need to consume. This desk research provides a pretty fair measure of the saliency of the problem and often useful hints as to which aspect of it seems to be arousing the greatest public interest. Surveys, in-depth interview, and focus groups are all common methods used in this research to analyze a random sample of a large population to measure their opinions and how they see the business. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. All right, next, please.
May I go next?
Yep.
I chose stakeholders engagement. It is important to company success as it allows the company to identify groups who may or may not support the project of the company and helps the company to understand the motivation, influences, and behaviors. Moreover, it can minimize the risk of negative press for big projects as it allows the project to run smoothly and helps to build support of the project. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing here. Next, please.
Can I go?
Yep.
So I choose stakeholder engagement. So when stakeholder engagement is not effective, it improves communication channels with parties, press, and maintain support for the project. Get the information for the organization, reduce the potential for conflict or the tripping issue, and enhance the communication for the company and the project. So it's identify the group people who may not support the project, and knowing who does and who does not support the project, and allow for many opportunities to better understand the motivation of the stakeholder. Additionally, your stakeholder will have a well-relevant knowledge and experience that your senior leader may want to take into consideration to help your organization be more impactful, sustainable, and viable over the long term. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. 381, right? Next, please. Done. Done ไหมฮะ
Can I?
Yep.
I choose number 4, public opinion research. Public opinion research can help in quantifying public relation success if the research and survey are done and post campaign completion, the before and after data collected and analysis through surveys is a useful metric for both PR companies, especially for the startup and the brands. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here, 058. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
I chose number 3, policy management. Many organizations just see a policy manual as that one binder everyone has, but no one has actually read too closely. And the promise we made ourselves about updating policy manuals is just like the promise about reading policy manuals. You get to it when you have the time, but you're already so busy you don't know when that's going to be, but soon someday. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing her. Next. 042 done already. Thank you so much for today's class, and we hope you enjoy for my class of teaching, and see you next week. Bye-bye.